Gentleman from California.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, it's my honor to yield 2 minutes to the gentleman from Missouri, my friend Mr. Luetkemeyer.
Gentleman from Missouri is recognized for 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank the gentleman from California, Mr. Miller. I rise today in support of H.R. 2072, the Securing American Jobs Through Export Act. There's been a lot of distracting talk surrounding reauthorization of the Export-Import Bank. So I'd like to be clear. This is a jobs bill. EXM financing helps provide jobs for employees of U.S. manufacturers and small businesses, all at no cost to taxpayers. In fact, this government program actually makes money and returns it to the Treasury. Critics say that EXM lending only benefits the nation's largest corporations, but this is simply not the case, as the Minority Whip just indicated a moment ago. I have 5 companies in my district that benefit from EXM bank financing. Not one of them is a multinational corporation, and none have received millions and millions and millions of dollars. It's because of the support of EXM that they have been able to grow their businesses, hire employees, and increase their exports. The head of one of those small businesses had this to say about EXM, and I quote, "For the last 5 years, EXM has supported 17% of our export sales. That converts to 10 full-time jobs for 5 years. Our employees and their families rely on EXM financing to support our export sales," end quote. This isn't testimony of a Fortune 100 CEO. This is the voice of a family-run, multi-generational small business that relies on EXM to help manage the risk of extending credit to buyers outside the U.S. This is a manufacturer that during the housing crisis had to lay off 3/4 of its employees, but thanks in large part to EXM financing, was able to survive the downturn and has started to grow again. I want to remind my colleagues that this bill also makes meaningful reforms to the EXM Export-Import Bank. Despite the fact that the bank has an incredibly low default rate, less than 2%, this bill makes additional steps to protect taxpayers and reduce export subsidies over time. I commend the Majority Leader candidate for creating a bill that simultaneously helps to create jobs and mandates reform. I urge all my colleagues to support this legislation, and I yield back.
Gentleman from New York.